Hey, it's Paul. I wanted to share this story with you because I think there's a lesson in it. Um, Basically, just recently, I decided, along with some other people that I know personally, some leaders, to start a hangout and do these live hangouts. And see, I've never done it before, and I was excited to get started. I thought it would be a great way to provide motivation, inspiration, education, and just talk about topics that I'm passionate about, and just share with other people about this. And being on the hangout with some other people too that are also share this vision, I thought it would be a fun time. Well, let me just tell you my story real quick. So, I go to get on my first hangout, and right away, all I hear is this choppy, like, I can't hear the person talking. And I'm like, what is going on? And things like all slow, it's delayed, they can't hear me. And it's horrible, right? So I get through this. This is how it was recorded. It's chopping up. I can barely hear anything. But I get through it anyway. Now I get off the hangout. I call my cable company, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what the deal is. I'm trying to get on this Google Hangout, and they didn't even know what it was. They're like, what's that? What's a Google Hangout? Which, I don't know. I guess because we're in these different circles, we kind of already understand this. We already understand what a Google Hangout. It's like just shop talk, you know. We just know what it is. They didn't know, so I had to explain what I was going to do. And basically, they're like, well, if you're not getting enough speed, like if it's breaking up, you need to upgrade to the next level. I'm like, okay, whatever, And so they went ahead and upgraded me. But the thing is, before they did, they basically told me it wouldn't matter what speed I had, at least is what the lady told me. It didn't matter what speed I had. If I was doing a video chat, that it wouldn't matter. It would still drop down, and the speed would still drop down, and I'd still have this choppy effect. Well, I didn't really believe that because I've seen a number of people on these hangouts not having these problems. So her answer, this was her solution, and it was something that took me back a little bit because I was like, what are you talking about? So this is her solution. Hey, if it doesn't work, don't use it. That was her solution. That's what she told me. I'm a paying customer. If it doesn't work, don't use it. Wow. I don't know. I think that's a life lesson right there in itself. But so anyway, I talked her into, without going into too many details, I talked her into upgrading me. So they upgraded me for a nominal fee, and I tried it out. I got on the thing again. Same problem. Still chopping up. Still can't hear anything. Very annoying. And yeah, I'm not feeling very good right now. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get on the phone and cancel this. So I get on the phone and I cancel this to cancel. And I talk to another guy. And this guy was a lot more helpful. And what he told me, I told him what happened. I told him I talked to this lady, and she's like, oh, if it doesn't work, don't use it, and the speed's not going to matter. So I talked to this lady, and I talked to this guy, and he's like, no, is that an employee of ours? Because that doesn't sound like it would be something we would tell our customers. And so, long story short, he's like, no, that doesn't make any sense at all. If you have more speed, it's going to run smoother. So I upgraded again. So this time I'm like, all right, this has to be right. So I had to have a technician come out and set this thing up. And he came out, he set it up, and I went to test it with him there because I didn't want him to leave until I tested it. And it was still doing the same thing. And I'm like, what is the deal? Why am I having so much trouble trying to get on this hangout? So he goes ahead and tests it on his computer, and it's showing the right speed. We tested on my computer, and it's not showing the right speed. It's like half of what it's supposed to be. Well, now I know the problem at least. It's half of what it's supposed to be. So what I had to do was I had to borrow another computer and this thing was kind of an ancient computer, but it kind of worked. I was on the Hangout, it blacked out, I couldn't see anything, but they could hear me, and I think they could see me, so we still got through it. Now my point of the story is this: if you have a will, there's always a way. You never want to quit. You always want to keep pushing, and you will find a solution. So I found a solution, and my solution was I had points on my credit card, so I went and looked to see if I could get a new computer. Well, I couldn't get a new computer, but I got a new what's called a netbook, and so this is set up for video chat. So I'm excited that this should be good. And like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. You find a solution. You don't let these things hold you back. You know, it's a stepping stone into the right direction. Now maybe having a net book is not ideal, and it's not. I'd rather just have it on my computer, I'll be honest. But I found a way to make it happen. And that's what it's about. You have to find a way to make it happen. No matter what, find a way to make it happen. So right now I'm getting ready to get onto a daily webinar. I got my coach. You know, when you're with the Prosperity team, you get a daily mastermind where you have a coach, a six-figure-a-month earner, who teaches you exactly what you need to be doing day by day and walks you through the plan. And today's actually a question and answer segment. So if that's something that interests you, just go ahead and click on the link below. Awesome training, lots of support. You can't go wrong. With that, you know, if you found some value out of this video, if you found my story kind of humorous, if maybe you've had a similar situation, circumstance, whatever, similar story, I would love to hear about it. So just go ahead and comment below. With that, make it a great day, and I will see you on the next video.